Been finding cable every now and then, sticking through the ground. Seems like that's more of a modern thing. Don't really know what that's for. Maybe one of you's watching do, and you can leave a comment down below. Starting to head back now. Came out here and seen all sorts of good stuff, and have hiked about 9.2 miles. So probably more like 9, 8 3/4, something like that, because my watch counts all my movement for the day. But I would say we've done at least 8 miles. Good day. All sorts of signs of former settlement in this area. I call this old pavement stuff. It's a neat little area. It's very neat. Here's some old signs of settlement. So old that the moss is growing. You can see right here a curb. Some sort of little parking spot or something. And here's a big chimney. It's a huge chimney. Old remnants of some structure. Right here. Very cool. And you can see where the foundation of this was, right along here. Some old piping back here. Very interesting. All sorts of old foundation through here. Wow. Even more over there. And here's some more old structure. You can even read some of the names on the brick. Smithy? Smithfield? Is that it? Yeah, Smithfield Brick Company. This may have been some sort of grill or maybe another chimney. Doesn't really look like a chimney, but it was definitely some sort of structure at one time. Very old. It's very cool. Old structure. Smithfield. If only this structure could talk and tell us the stories of its past. And here we got a couple of ponds. One back there, one here, with a pipe comes out of it. So it's likely their water source or septic or whatever it was, probably their water plant back when Touch of Nature and all that was out here. And if you do come out here, be really careful around these ponds, because there is an open piping well type thing, and it's not really protected, so you don't want to fall in there. You could break an ankle. Alright folks, found some more Future Frogs of America, FFA. That's what that means, right? Look at them all just swimming around. It's like our own little community. big ones. They're growing up. They're all in there. All over the place. Little tads. Alrighty, folks. More signs of old settlement. Some sort of structure was here. Don't know what. But there's foundation of something. Could have been probably part of progress. All sorts of rolling hills in this area. Little ponds. Pretty neat. Alrighty, folks. Just found a cemetery. Very growed up cemetery. A lot of stones. 1825. Night. Maybe that's 1928, 22. These are all knights. Wow, a lot of stones. There's a Civil War. Southern Illinois Infantry. Gacy. Henry Gacy. Wow, didn't know this was out here. This is very interesting. Very interesting. A lot of stones out here. Very underkept. Got Roach, maybe? Roach? 1901. Born and died 1901. That's a child. 1894 to 1917. Floyd T. Ray and Pearl, his wife. Wow, this is crazy. So many stones. $1880 to 1900. 1884 to 1915. Kenneth and Sarah Tripp. Oh, these are the daughters of Kenneth and Sarah Tripp. So Minnie and Bill. Here's the Tripps. Kenneth and his wife. Wow. That's sad. Their kids died before them. I hate to hear that. There's just all sorts of stones out here, folks. A lot of them scattered all over the place. All sorts over here. All sorts here. That's wild. Very interesting. Didn't even know this was out here. Fly. Oh, this is a fellow Mason. Rest in peace, brother. Here's a Mason, the Eastern Star. Brother. More masons. A lot of masons over here. A lot of Masonic folk buried here. Well, there's a road to it. Yep. There is a road to it. All right, folks. Had another sign of old settlement, old basement foundation full of water. All sorts of little old wells and stuff to go with it. It's pretty neat. There's stairs down here, but it's a lot of water, so you can't really tell. But there it is. Pretty neat. I've heard this was a church. I've heard it was a general store. I've heard it was a house. Don't really know for sure. If you know, feel free to leave a comment below. Pretty cool though. Pretty neat little area. Very interesting. Love signs of old settlement. Maybe that's old bottles and stuff people's found. It belongs out here. Could be. Could very well be. Here's a old fencing or spring or something. Of sorts. I don't know what that is. Something off an old bed or something like that. Pretty interesting stuff. Alrighty, folks. Approaching the touch of nature. I don't even want to try to say what they call it. It's like Hadaka Lodge or something like that. If I remember to edit it, I will put what it is on text right at the bottom of this video clip. But it's like a medicine lodge. And so it's pretty neat. I mean, it's a neat little building. And it's just really interesting. And we can go in it and all that. And it's just they built this in probably the 60s, 70s. And it's just a neat little piece. It's really cool. It's pretty cool on the inside. Little fire pit. And even a thing up top for the smoke to go out of. I mean, it's really interesting. It's very cool.